Alrighty, let's get going. Just fix a couple things on my gain, and yeah. All right. Make this a little louder. There we go. Okay. So, first race of Manufacturers Cup. You guys ready? All right. So, Suzuka, 20 laps. Fuel does not look like an issue. Tire wear, maybe a little bit, but wait, mechanical damage championship. Is this different from heavy? That's actually new. I just noticed this, where it says mechanical damage. It's not light like it normally is, so I guess it's heavy. I'm curious to see how this affects us, because we are in we're in high C right now, so I don't know, man. We'll see how this goes. All right. Also, I just want to make sure that I put a thingy saying that I'm live over on Blue Sky. By the way, I'm almost at 50 followers on Blue Sky. I'm at 58. I want to try to get myself over the hump, so we'll try that, you know. All right, just gotta close a couple things in the background, but my thought process is we're gonna do a one stop because mediums and softs are required. I'm curious to see how these new physics are going to affect us, because a couple nights ago we were talking about this. We were seeing like, oh, how's the new Gran Turismo patch going to affect the series, and the general consensus is that front wheel drive, rear engine cars have been dominating this meta. Like, if you have a look at if you have a look at the practice ratings, the Hyundai Genesis has been dominating this leaderboard. Now we have some outliers here. We do have a fellow Lexus driver. We got a BMW, a Suzuki Vision, but it's by and large Hyundai dominated. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we deal with this. I don't know how many opportunities we'll have for this race, because this is 60 minutes. I might just go like straight into next race and go from there. So I don't know. We'll try to figure this out. But in terms of how this is gonna go is, once this enter period hits 0, we're gonna go into the lobby. We're gonna lock our spot in, and then we're gonna do 15 minutes of practice. Then we'll get into the lobby. Then we get into quali. So we just check a few things in the background. All right, lovely. So thankfully, my Red Bulls did not lose today. We just wrapped up their game against Chicago. We did have a Lewandowski sighting, so he was like a 30-minute sub for Chicago. But hey, we were able to sneak in a late equalizer, so 1-1. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Alright. But this is gonna be an interesting couple of days. So obviously we're gonna be doing Manufacturers Cup tonight. Early tomorrow morning, we got Zandvoort. We got F1 Dutch Grand Prix at like 9 a.m. local time. then around, I want to say 1 o'clock, maybe noonish, we're gonna have the IndyCar race down in DC. You know, so that's gonna be interesting. Based on what I saw from practice, there's a gigantic bump on the track that's been causing so much mayhem for people. I've seen like I can't get in. Hold on a sec. All right, there we go. Alright, I'm not entirely sure about the strategy for this race, so I don't know. We'll see. Because ×2 tire wear isn't really that much. I reckon we're probably going to be getting like... Probably going to get at least 10 laps out of these softs. Depending on where I qualify, though, I might just do a soft... I might just go softs first. Alright. Now, one thing I noticed with these new physics is, with this car, with the Lexus, I'm able to go on the brakes a lot harder. Or sorry, a little bit later than what I'm normally used to. Now the trade-off with these, with this new change is that MR cars, well, like mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, those cars have been those are a lot trickier to drive. They've been nerfed heavily. So, as a result, so many people have switched to Hyundai for this season. You know, the Hyundai, the Genesis is now dominating the Group 3 leaderboards. It's a shame that this season is only involving Group 3 cars, because this would probably be a good time for somebody to use both the Hyundai Genesis as well as the Elantra in Group 4. You know? That's one of the recent touring cars that they added for Group 4, so... Ah. A little too late for me there. But, oh shoot, 202.5. I think I could safely go down to TC1 on a more regular basis. Because with the old physics, I used to, I would always default to having it on TC2. Also, the Degners feel a little bit more natural. Yeah, but it wasn't from this mistake. I can't really tell if there's a net positive here. Because with this, I gotta have to be a lot more disciplined with my brakes, because brakes feel a lot stronger now. So if you go like heavy, you will like you will slow yourself down by quite a big margin. So something we gotta worry about. 204.9, but that's because I made a mistake at turn 1. Well, that is gonna kill my tires. So I found a problem that I gotta fix there. Uh-oh, a little bit of grass. I think I got a delayed ping from my Discord server saying that I'm live. Huh. Alright, as long as it's working now. By the way, if you want any updates about when I go live, feel free to hop on over to the Discord. There we go, looking a lot better. 202.3. Starting to find some pace. Alright, I'm losing a little bit of time, but I think I'm going to be in the high 201s at this stage. Alright, lost a little bit on the entry to spoon curve, but I'm gaining a lot on exit. So this is good. 130R, we can comfortably take it flat out. At least on softs. Still trying to find the good line for the mediums. .8. I just round up at this point. Not bad, not bad. Alright, we're getting better. 3.5. But the entry to spoon curve is slowing us down a bit. Alright, not really gaining anything here, so I'm probably looking at low 202s. Also, don't let the Group 3 fool you. I do intend on going back to Honda at some point, but given the change of physics here, I thought I'd go with like a pseudo meta car. So I went with Lexus for this season. Of course, Lexus is our go-to over in Le Mans Ultimate. You know, as the only Asian representative in the class. But it is something that I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on nowadays. Uh-oh. This was a mistake. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, never mind. Sorry, I just wanted to look at something because I was looking at some Major League Soccer news and it said that the LA Galaxy had like 3 red cards in a row. I'm just like, wait, hold on a minute, 3 in one match? But then it was just they had a red card in 3 straight games. Because we have because for some reason they decided, you know what, every game needs to be in the evening. So we don't have any like Saturday afternoon games. For the most part, it's all like under the lights, which I really don't like, you know. For some people, they can't. It's cool that you're going into Saturday night, but like, give me an afternoon game, you know. What are we competing against on Saturday afternoons at this time of year? Of course, this is gonna be the last year we do Major League Soccer in from spring to fall. We are going to be switching over to the international calendar, fall to spring. What's going to happen is for the early part of 2027, they're going to have a sprint season. So, and then from there, we're going to do like the 27-28 campaign, which it's not going to be ideal in terms of weather for some people, but in terms of sporting integrity, I think it's going to actually make more sense. In Japan, J League is already doing it, but you know, we'll do it. Zeno, you got a 24-hour marathon race? Oh, where? I don't remember there being one. Are you talking about like Nürburgring? Is there an NLS race this weekend? On this channel? Not yet. Not yet. Definitely can't do one here. Now, for what it's worth, I have done some 2.4s recently. I was actually trying to do one a couple weeks ago, the 2.4 hours of Daytona, but there were some connection issues with Le Mans Ultimate, and I wasn't able to get in. All right, so Let's have a look at the points on offer. 42 points for a win. Just showing up will get us 15. Do I recognize anybody here? I might have raced against some of these guys. Kev the OG, I'm pretty sure I've raced against. Franz Herman has moved to Costa Rica, it looks like. So, alright. What we gotta do is we gotta get some good results so we can get out of this region and get into B rank. So, qualifying is about to start in a few short minutes. And then we'll go from there. I see that it's only 7 minutes, okay. Oh, okay. That's new. Alright, so as usual, when it comes to qualifying, I like to give myself maybe like 30 seconds to 45 seconds before I go out onto the track. I want to give everybody track position because I want to make sure that I'm running in peace. Because if I end up being faster than some people, I might have to overtake on the track, and that is not something I want to do. It is ruining my lap time, you know, because I have to take more risks to get past people. But also, not everybody is okay with being overtaken, regardless of session, you know? So I'm going out, I'm gonna do my thing. I do know there is a guy behind me, but that's not gonna be a problem. Now I'm moving the brake balance to the rear just to promote more oversteer into the car. Because the general consensus from most people is that the new physics makes the cars a lot more understeery, which is totally fine, but too much understeer is not a good thing. It's a case of when people don't ask what is the difference between under and oversteer. Basically, imagine you're about to hit a tree and you're turning. If you understeer, you hit the front of the car. If you oversteer, you hit the back of the car. Oh, by the way, Zeno, I don't know if you're still around, but I know you like to do, I know you like to put up your racing calendars and whatnot over on my Discord. But I kind of changed the old motorsport. I changed the old motorsport channel, and I made a brand new one. So, because what I did is I took the old one and I turned it into, oh shoot, hopefully that's not track limits. What I did is I took the old channel and I repurposed it into motorsport news. Oh, sorry, sim racing news. So, all the Le Mans Ultimate news, I'm probably going to do the same thing for stuff like Assetto Corsa, SimGrid, all that stuff. I'll do that there as well. And I encourage everybody to join it if you can. If nothing else, for just some random updates, random goofiness. Alright, so first time lap is on. Alright, I kind of coasted on Degner 2, so that's going to hurt my time. after one lap, I'm already seeing a little bit of red. So it's going to be interesting to see how much life I get out of these tires. Because as of now, I don't really know what the strategy is for this race. Because we have to do a tire swap. We got to do mediums and softs. I don't know how much the softs last. So who knows? Hey, Game Train, how you doing? Doing some Gran Turismo. It's opening round of the season. P3 at the moment. I know I'm capable of better. Burning it from the heat. Super hot in your area. For us, where I am, yeah, it's time to go back. But it's curious to see how this this new patch is gonna play out. Oh, look at that. We got a half-second improvement. But this is where it's gonna get tricky. I'm pulling so much pace that I'm about to end up fighting this Ferrari or off the track. It's okay. I still gain a little bit. Alright. Unfortunately, that lost me a little bit of time. Looks like I'm having a bit more fun on the Mon. I mean, I really like the breath of fresh air that the Mon has given me, you know? On the whole, I find that the racing standards are better there than in Gran Turismo as of late. Also, there just wasn't much competitive racing, per se. You know, I've been doing a lot more leagues. Been having some more fun with some Discord servers that I'm a part of. Alright, 202.5. I'm locking in P3, okay. Shoot. 99 degrees, Game Strain? Damn. Okay. Yanni, what happened in your races? What's been going on? Alright, so we're just gonna wait till this plays out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more cars yet to finish. So let's see if this goes. Wait, why is slow mode on? Huh? Well, let me turn off. Can I turn off slow mode? Okay. Anyway. Started P5, dropped to P11. P9, I was stuck behind a Supra. I was all over his bumper, and after Spoon, he lifted me through. Damn. Racecraft? Race awareness? The year of our Lord 2026? That's unheard of. Understanding when you're beat. Some people will fight you tooth and nail. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left to finish. Make that 3. I'm just wondering about this other Lexus. Does this person finish? Then I have a couple more spinners. You're P6. Two cars killed each other on 130R, got passed on the last chicane, and I finished P5 officially, but P4 had a 2-minute penalty on the last lap. Probably for not doing a mandatory pit stop. Or just changing his tires. So, yeah. Alright. So, P3. We're on the second row. I'm going to go with the softs, then go into the mediums. If we can finish this race as is, we'll get 39 points. Let's see if we can get 3 more, though. Okay, so in about 30 seconds, I'm going to go hide for the Manufacturers' Cup intro. We're going to do the grid walk, and then we'll get into the race, okay? So I will be right back. Oh, of course I'm going to stay off the grass. Alrighty, everybody, a snazzy new Manufacturers' Cup intro. It's time for round 1 of the Manufacturers' Cup. Let's introduce the grid. I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm super excited. In pole position, we got King Black PR in the Porsche. P2 is Kev the OG in the Corvette. Yours truly is in the TCR Lexus, alongside Majin Liu in a Nesquik Lexus. P5 is Pinky in the BMW M6, while P6 is P2 in the Audi R8. P7 is Franz Hermann in the Ford GT. Burbik is in P8 in the McLaren 650S. P9 has Patel in the Porsche 911. P10 is Smarmy in the Ford Mustang. P11 has Sexy Pop 55 in the Porsche 911. P12 is Emisario in the Lamborghini Huracan. P13 is Snake in the Ferrari 458. P14 is Hoop in the 911. P15 is RPM in the Toyota Haas. Vision, FT1, and Angry Goats is in the Alfa Romeo 4C. Alright, that's the grid. Feels good to be doing one of those again, right? It's a blast from the past. Traction control at this point should be non-existent. Yeah, I'm gonna keep a little bit on. I'm just gonna keep it at 1. Just because of like the race start. After that, if I feel I can go a little bit lower and turn it off completely, I will. But cold tires at the start, I always want to keep traction control on. You should always have it on for standing starts. Just saying. Alright. Let's see how these softs play out. Let's see how long I can keep these. It's 20 laps. Oh, a little bit of fuzziness because of the cold tires. Getting a good run on this Corvette. Oh. Back off a little bit because of the... Now, here's the thing. It looks like I have front damage. But they said the competition rules say that it's championship damage. So I don't know if this is their code for saying heavy. Yeah, so does this mean I have to pit for this? Because understand that in in B and C, like GT3, GT2 League, these races we usually run light damage. Oh shoot, leaders run wide. Oh, leader spun! No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, damage lasts longer. Beautiful. Keep it nice and steady. Oh, sorry, Kev. Oh boy. This Lexus is being an absolute menace. Break a little early because of how this is going. Just gotta be careful because this guy will not hesitate to push us off the track if we get a run on him, so... Don't expect fair treatment. Yeah. Yeah, I know the... I'm already getting a feel for the limits here. Because for the Casio Triangle, normally I break just before 100 meters. But... I think I can go like a little bit past it. I just gotta be patient with this guy. Yeah, karma. Just play it. Alright. Just be steady, and then we'll be fine. Oh, I know. Even if I overtake cleanly, he was gonna retaliate. So yeah, he's at P4. So now, I don't necessarily have to drive conservatively, but I just need to keep it in clean, just take advantage of the clean air. Use all the track. Because I'm running purple sectors right now. By the way, Yanni, when you did this race, how many laps were you able to get out of your softs? 203.7. Okay. I could do 10 laps. All right, 10 and 10. Cool. Also, what was your brake balance? Because I currently have my brake balance at +5, just to promote a little bit more oversteer into the car, and also take the sting out of the fronts. Okay. Because when I get onto mediums, I should be pushing for 205s when I'm on that compound. Uh-oh. Damn it. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Don't stress it, don't stress it. Oh, shoot. Damn it. It's okay, I'm ghosted. Ugh. I touched the turf. Alright. No problem. Good thing is that I kept it out of the wall. Uh, 15 seconds is the gap. I think I can make it up. Right, especially when the tires start to give. Alright, so let's just put our head down, let's try to recover. If we can get back up to P3, then that's good. Alright, because I see 6, 5, and 4 right up ahead. Yellow flag. There's one off. Yeah, you gotta think about the drop-off, you know? 203.3, see? Purples. Have to lift off a little bit just because I don't know how these guys race. Don't have the space. I don't know, it might... On my skill bracket, most people tend to just go on the soft tires, regardless. But I gotta manage these a little bit now. Gotta be a little bit careful because of the washout of dirty air. Oh, that guy's in the wall. Come on, straight line speed. Oh, I nearly baited him into overdoing it. Darn. So what the shot? He's tapping the brakes when he doesn't need to. So that's what's helping me along. Log jam up ahead. Oh, back off a little bit. Just gotta be careful, somebody's caught up. Yeah, I'll stay with him. But Patel is starting to find some pace behind me, so I can't let these guys hold me up too bad. Just contact. Shoot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think an undercut might make sense here. But... oh, is that guy trying to do the, tire cooling trick? Tails, thank you for the follow! Much appreciated. We're into P3. I can afford to rev the car out. I don't have any issues with fuel. Alright, now that I got clean air for the most part, I want to stay out on softs for one more lap at minimum, just to see if I have the pace to continue with the stint. Because I'm starting to catch up. Maybe not so... maybe not so much the guy... the leader, but... Alright, we have another DNF. Yeah, because I got clean air. I don't have to... I'm not fighting anybody. .8. Now, it is that Lexus that was causing some problems early on. But we're catching him like crazy. And we're doing it on these worn softs too. Setting personal best as well. Because I'm just my estimations with softs versus mediums and hards, you know, typically the consensus is that on average you're about 1.5, 1.6 slower on slower compounds. So that's why my target is around 205. Like mid 205s, low 206s. That's what I'm kind of pushing for with this. Alright, the grip level is starting to go a bit. So I have to lift for 130R. Just because of the tire wear. Alright, I'm likely going to be boxing this lap. Alright, we're getting him. 5.3. Okay, honestly, if he decides to go in, I kind of want to stay out. I think I can eke out one more lap on these. If he goes in, then I'm gonna stay out. If he stays out, I'm going in. Do the opposite of what he does. F1 strategy. What's he doing? Is he staying out? Alright, I'm going in. Alright, so Bbid behind is gonna be going on softs. So he's somebody I might have to worry about later, but let's do our thing. I don't think we have any traffic coming out. Just gotta be careful. Cold tires. Alright, let's get these attempts. But outlap is critical. Yeah, I did do a little bit of practice on mediums as well. Alright, 3.3. A little bit of grip loss there. Right. The good thing, though, is that I seem to have overcome my immediate rival behind in Patel. Pinky in. These guys are on mediums. But I'm gonna overtake them. Back to P4. Because even though they are going to be on softs behind me, I got to think about like net lead and stuff like that. I'm in net P3. Them I'm not too worried about. Yeah. Because, see, I'm catching Smarmy here. I don't think he's pitted yet, the Mexican driver. This also gives me, good intel to work with for next race. You know? Alright, Emisario has gone in. God, it makes me wonder what could have happened if I didn't spin. Alright, Majin he was on the mediums. Alright. Yeah, P1 was on softs. Alright, yeah, most people have gone on softs, so 205.5. Alright. Yeah, P1 might be a tall order, but let's see if we can get this other Lexus. But we also have to be wary of his shenanigans. Did 15 laps of Le Mans in Group 4. Oh, yeah. Le Mans always a challenge, but... which GT4 were you running? Yeah. But hey, podium ain't bad. At least for the first run. Remember, this is my first opportunity to do this race, so I have a couple more chances. So you never know. Now, 6 seconds. Sorry guys, ad break will be starting pretty soon. Just be aware of that. If you're on YouTube though, business as usual. Alright. Oh, you were running the Elantra. Okay. Yeah, the Elantra is one of the stronger cars in the GT4 class. Which is why I'm not so surprised that Hyundai has gotten a huge buff in the Group 3 side of things. Alright, so I'm just focusing on my own race at the moment. With the guys behind me. Patel is 5 seconds away, so he is not going to be too much of a threat if I can maintain this pace. And I'm actually hitting the 204s, which is actually really ideal for me. In terms of medium pace. And I'm also 3/10 off my personal best on soft pace. Understand that. All these timing splits that you're seeing now are being compared to my soft stint. So it's starting to compound, you know, but the lower the drop-off, the better, you know? I'm only half a second off my pace. Keep in mind, the average speed loss is about 1.6 seconds. So if I can keep that, then I'll be good. Hey, totally fine with that. I want to push for more. 204.9. So I'm actually hitting my targets pretty good. Now, see, the problem that I'm going to have to deal with later on, now that the soft runners are starting to catch up, they're actually going to be faster than at the start of the race, because the fuel tanks are emptier. So they're not going to wear out as much. They're gonna have more acceleration. The car's not as heavy, so I might have to go medium soft next time around. You wanted to try the DBR9? Hey, I don't see them catching you. I've already lost 1 second of pace to the guy behind, so that is a concern. Alright, we have a DNF behind. There's 5 people that have DNF from this race. So there used to be 16 people on this grid. Just keep it tidy, keep it tidy. Phew. I might have done track limits. I don't know. What did the steward say? Alright, 5 seconds. If I can maintain this pace, then they should be able to... I should be able to hold them off. But it'll be tight. But I'm definitely going to do medium soft next run. Yeah. Because I've taken a few lines that probably would have gotten me penalized in previous patches. So I'm not gonna tempt fate, but like when I went off onto the grass after a 130R, normally that would have been a track cut, track limits penalty. Alright, as of right now, it looks like I'm only losing half a second to this guy. Which is the type of pace that I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Keep it going, keep it going. Yeah, with this, with the mediums, I have to lift a little bit for 130R. Neither have I. I haven't really been touching Gran Turismo in general. Shoot, I gotta look at Race Online Hungary. ROH, their Twitter account actually, they're very spot on when it comes to predicting what the next daily races are. I should really add their feed to my Discord, so that way you guys can actually see what their predictions are for the next daily races. They can't predict what cars we use, but they know what tracks and they also know what compounds, so they're very accurate with it. I don't know, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Yanni. Alright, 3.5. Shoot. Let's keep it tidy. Ah, Saint Croix. Okay. Which layout of Saint Croix? A, B, or C? I swear to God, I hope it's A. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, that might be track limits. Stewards. Stewards, I'm okay. Layout B, okay. That's not too bad. Cause I did the C layout not too long ago for a league race, and oh my god, that layout was such BS. I don't like it. I'm okay with A and B, but then like the longest layout that they have for Saint Croix, no. No, one compound. Yeah, that's not ideal. Oh, okay. That's hards and mediums. Yeah, we'll see what we'll see what it's like. Hey, just as a bit of comparison, I'm not saying I agree with it, this strategy of doing daily races, but at one point there was a bug. There was an exploit in GT Sport where if you had to do all 3 compounds, or like multiple compounds in one race, you could put the mediums on the fronts and then like softs on the rear, or vice versa, and that counts as 2 compounds being used. It was such complete BS, but I was able to make it work. And then when they patched it out, I was just like, oh. Alright, 1.6. I should be able to hang on here. Alright, I pulled out an extra 10th. Alright, let's just focus on bringing this car home. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore chat. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to shun you for a bit. Yellow flag. Who is this? Uh-oh. It's the Lexus. Might be carrying damage. Oh, this is gonna get annoying. I don't care. Well, it's okay. It's alright. We know we did. We know we were faster than him. Yeah. It's alright. Don't worry about it. We know, like, spiritually we got that position. It's just that he can't race clean. Mm. All right. But in the meantime, though, 37 points. We can work on this. So let me see here. I'm gonna get straight into the next race. So back in 3, okay? I'll just put myself into the lobby and then we'll go again. But I'm probably gonna do medium to soft this time around. Okay? So hang tight, more to come. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Just gotta do a couple of things real quick on my end. Alright. Let me just see here. Just gonna do something. Sorry, I'm just checking on something for me. Okay. Alright. Whew. Aim for 0.1. Might not be guaranteed pull, but it'll give you the best chance. Yeah. Definitely. Oh. Sorry. Trying to fix something on my end. So there's a problem with my wheel. The dial that I use to do the dial that I used for handling my traction control. Oh, there we go. It was on the fritz, so I think I have to do it while I'm on track. Alright, let's get some heat into these. I don't think there's tire temps on in qualifying, at least in this league. Oh no, I see tire wear coming on the on my soft, so yeah, there is tire temperatures. Alright, I did notice that we are in a tougher lobby this time around. So I've been given door number 14. So they expect me more toward the back of this lobby. But I did see that it's like over 40 points for a win. Almost 50. So I could gain more points just finishing in mid-table in this lobby. Alright. Let's go traction control off for this. First run, let's see what happens. Yeah, but part of it is because I just waited on the track and I was fumbling around in the menus. So even though I do have a lot of clean air, it does come at the cost of having less track time. Just gotta be careful of these curbs. I'm actually closing in on the guys ahead. I just don't hope that I close in too quickly. There's a fellow TCR driver here. Not sure if that's our TCR. Well, we'll figure that out. We're looking at maybe 202s. 202.6. It's good for second on the grid. Still got to figure out what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Come on, keep it tidy. Alright, I see a blue sector, so that's promising. Alright, 3/10's better. It may not be able to beat pole, but at least it's going to cover off my opponents around me. Alright, it's gonna be a charge to the line here. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I would hope that I get another lap at this. Out of the way, please. I should be able to get a second lap. P3, 202.0. But guys ahead of me have been able to hit 201s. See, I don't know what it is about these new physics, but as of right now, I'm thriving under these new regs. I'm so much more competitive. Keep it out of the grass. There we go. Yeah. Oh, somebody's off. Alright, P5 for now. Dang. Half a second better. Tuck it on the right. P3. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take this. Whew. Okay. Now, this is the tricky part. What compound do I go for? This is going to be a very, very big gamble, especially considering I'm high up the grid. I'm going to do mediums. Because 44 points. See, for me to improve on what I have, I'm guessing this is a Tijni community racing driver. Have a good race. Alright, I'm gonna gamble on this, alright? So I'll be back in 10. Alright everybody, take 2! Welcome back to Suzuka! Exhibition 2 of the 2026 Gran Turismo World Series. Manufacturer's Cup action. Let's introduce the grid. In pole positions, we got Han in the BMW M6. Alongside him on the front row is Jaunet, all Brazilians in the McLaren. Yours truly is in the TCR Lexus, while P4 is Bori in the Genesis X. P5 is Ala in the Ferrari 296. With TCR Love Live in the Love Live Hyundai Genesis. P7 is Mickey in the Porsche 911, with Apex Predator in the Toyota GR Supra. P9 sees Luisinho in the BMW Z4, while P10 is Don Olim in the Audi R8. P11 has Akira 3D in the Porsche 911, with P12 being Demon in the Mercedes. P13 sees Dino Driver in the Ferrari 296 livery. P14 is Sides in the Mercedes AMG, and at the back we got Dirty Bang H2O in the Audi R8, and GT Lewis in the Toyota Supra. Alright, that's a grid. Back on camera. Let's get rid of that traction control. Let's leave the brake balance as is. Alright, P3. This is going to be a gamble. We are high up on the grid. I don't know what the Brazilians have picked up front. I don't know what the people behind me have gotten. But all I need to do is just stabilize, stay competitive from these first few laps, and we'll see how things go. Our pace is coming later in the race. So don't be surprised if we end up getting bogged down early. Uh-oh. Alright, seems to be a bit of a kerfuffle behind. I now have a 2-second gap at the very least. Yeah, it's 2 seconds to the car behind. Also, I don't want to get too aggressive on the throttle early on. Because if Allah Hitman does catch me, like, pretty quickly, then the case could be a case of them having softs. Just stay close. Alright. Pretty clean first lap. No real shenanigans compared to the last race. We do have our first DNF. So... Now, I do see Love Life behind our Chaser in P4. I do want to give some love to my TCR brethren, so I will play some team orders. If they're on softs, and it's clear that they're on softs, I'll let them through. Alright, Love Life is behind me now. But they've got a bit of a distance behind. So we'll keep it nice and tidy. I know on softs we can, I know we can take 130R flat out, but I find getting that lift, just the slightest of lifts, make sure that everything's good. I don't know what the race situation is behind me, but I've been losing a little bit of time. I think I might be a little bit too conservative through that sector. Alright. If Lovelace does close in, I'm gonna try to let him through. Go ahead. Uh-oh. I think I opened the door too much. Opened the door too much. It's okay. Alright, these two are battling. So just hold steady. Just gonna stay near them and let this battle play out, but I don't want them to hold me up too bad. Alright, force that mistake out of the Toyota. Now let's try to get this Audi. Making up for our earlier mistake. Alright, Argentine driver is getting closer. Discretion is the better part of valor, my friend. He's struggling so hard to try to keep this. Alright, keep it close. See, I don't know what compound they're running. Alright, kept it close. That's all I cared about. I don't care about the optimal line at this stage. Just have to keep it steady. I don't have traction control. 206.4. I can't afford to lose too much time. This might be a controller player by the way that they're moving. Alright, guy behind me must have had an issue, so he's out. Stay with them, stay with them. That wobble was all you, my friend, not me. Oh, he hit the brakes. This guy's a pain in the ass right now. Ah, man. Alright. Still gotta... You can still get something out of this. P7, though. Problem is, my damage is on the rear right now. Shoot. Alright. If it wasn't for those two mistakes, I'd be much better off. But on the bright side, the fact that I was able to, like, really close in on people on the mediums means I'm set for a good soft stint. A very competitive soft stint. Just gotta watch my rejoin here. There's like no grip when I go offline. I have like no luck this race. Did I just use up all my goodwill, all my good karma in the last run? All right. Now, this result has really gotten away from us, so here's what I gotta think about doing. This guy is, this guy's an overall leader, so he's got the net lead at the moment. I could pit now. You know what? I'm gonna pit now and just try to blaze through a path and try to overtake everybody through the pits. But at the very least, though, if I could put another TCR driver on the podium, then my job is done. Also, riding his slipstream does help me along as well. I have to lift a little bit because I am running faster than normal. Stay with him. Alright. Let's see what we can do to salvage this result. See if I can maybe get back into top 6. Unfortunately, the people that are DNFing are behind me rather than in front of me. There is a yellow flag. I don't know what that's for. Let's see. Sides is the guy that is slow away. Alright, gave that one up. Not a fuss. Beautiful, like that. Alright, 17 and a half to go. Gotta try to catch up to Speed Demon here. I'm guessing that's what the S means. Be really wild if it was something else. Didn't I say 17 and a half earlier? It sounded like 16. Alright, Apex is the next driver up, because he went into the pits, but his tires are cold. So I'm in good nick to try to get him. 5.5 and dropping. Now, since the fuel tank is lighter, tire wear is not going to hit us as hard. So we should be a little bit healthier with tire life as opposed to our soft stint last time out. We're getting him. He's 3.5. .7. Alright, personal best. 4/10 off the fastest lap. Have to lift a little bit. Got a little too aggressive and nearly got into the grass again. I gotta stay close. Gonna get one position back through pits, back up to P10. And I have somebody slow out of the pit. So that could be someone we can attack later on. 9, 8, and 7. All close by. Alright. Purple pace. Alright, battle up ahead. Freebie, possibly. Yep. Freebie from the pits, back up to P9. See some smoke, so there's some contact here. Spinner! Back up to P8. Wait. Wasn't Han one of the... No, he wasn't one of the Brazilians at the front, was he? It's getting a lot tougher now. Everybody's starting to equalize on pace. Alright, I still gotta be close. Gotta hang in there. Alright, with 130R, I think the slight lift is necessary now. At this point, I think everybody has taken their mandatory stop. Losing pace. Alright, on the bright side, I'm pulling away from the guy behind, Acura 3D. They're like 15 seconds away, so don't think that they're going to be of any consequence to me if I start to lose pace. Alright, let's keep it up. Tires are starting to go a little bit. Now, this stage, I just gotta have clean laps, competitive laps, and hope for some shenanigans. But at the very least, I'm outplaying my door numbers, so that's still solace enough. Yeah, at this point, everybody did their stop, right? I don't think there's anyone up top that's missing a stop. Uh-oh. Issue. Off I go. P7. Alright. Can I fulfill my destiny as a Filipino Gran Turismo streamer? And get P6? Like a certain Super GT used to do? Here's hoping. Oh, hey, there you go. See? Oh, it's the Argentine driver that was causing us problems earlier. That's the one that DNF'd. Funny how that works out. If I could somehow recover the top 5, that would be an amazing feat. Given what we went through in this race. This would be a good recovery drive. But I gotta make some moves happen. I'm 7.2 back. Alright, driver from behind has DNF'd. So that's not helping my cause. Alright, 6.7. I had to lift off a little bit higher because I was gonna go into the gravel. Just gotta be careful. The grip is at a premium now. Let's look at the state of my softs. Oh, I turned it in too sharp. Nice, I can see the guy behind. With the amount of laps that we have, that should be safe. Alright, 204.5. Yeah, I need some sort of incident for me to gain positions at this stage. But stranger things have happened in this game, so let's keep pushing so we can make that luck happen. Alright, early signs are good. I just gained half a second on Mr. Demon up ahead. Yeah, it's 5.1 dropping. This is one of those hairpins where it's like, just because you clip the apex doesn't mean that's the best line to take. Alright, 5.3. Let's see if I can make this work. Got 2 laps to go. Alright, we'll see if that's too much. What did the stewards say? No. They're letting me get away with bloody murder on these curbs. Okay. Sheesh, look at the state of my front tires, though. This is what I get for pitting early, I guess. That extra lap. At 4.5. Dang, if I had like one more lap or two, I could maybe make a better chance at this. But a good recovery after some misfortune. Just have to look at possible penalties. But yeah, I see us finish keeping this P6. Okay, good recovery. Whew. Ugh. Good thing is that I have time for one more race, so we'll do the midnight run. It's like over 40 minutes. Wow. 2 more drivers to finish. Sides and Luisinho. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people out. Alright, we're all through. Okay, P6. Alright, still a gain in driver rating though, despite the mishap. I'm on the verge of getting back into B. So, and P6 was good for 38 points, so I did gain 1 point overall. But we have one more chance to get another, we have one more chance to get more points, so let's hop back in, okay? Actually, real quick. Actually, I don't have time. It's only a minute. Yeah, there's no time. All right, guys, I'll be back in 3 minutes, okay? Alright, everybody, no more breaks anticipated for the night. But it looks like everybody is into the grid for the final run. I do see GT Lewis from the previous race. But other than that, it's everybody new. Okay, so we're on 38 points, so a P6 or better will improve our standing. So let's see what we can do here. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. Let me see. Just gonna leave the traction control at 1 for now. Let everybody go out. Maybe take another 10 seconds or so. All right, let's go. Alright, so one more chance to get this, to get a good result here. So for this lobby, I should be pushing for top 6. And depending on how results go, this could end up with me getting put back in B rank. So that's definitely something I want to try to do. Somebody parked up on the side. Alright, should be good. But the sort of the issue that I have here is that now I'm in and amongst other drivers. So depending on how my my runs go, I could end up running up to somebody, or somebody could be running up to me, which is not ideal. Alright, we're looking good so far. Alright, pulling away from the guy behind, so that's good. Not sure if I'm getting closer to the guy ahead, because that's a good indicator that I have pace when we're qualifying in traffic. .3, 202.5, those are the times that I'm working with here. So get to get crowded in a bit. 202.1, good for P3. Alright, I got pace, but now I gotta deal with traffic. Went a little bit wide on that S over there. Ah, shoot. That's gonna be it for my run. Ugh. At least this lap. I should. I might have a shot at another lap, but I gotta have to book it. I want to try to secure this this P3. If it is P3, I am gonna do this, I am gonna do this again. I'm gonna do medium to soft. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Dang it, so close. Oh, man. Literally at the line. I can't do another lap. Shoot. Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, wait, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, so 9 drivers still to go. I could drop off. If everybody overtakes me, I'll be like P13. But as things stand right now, I'm definitely going to be going mediums to softs. I don't think I want to try and undercut this time. I think I want to do like full 10 and 10. Because I was struggling with those softs near the end of the stint, so okay, so I'm down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. P12 is the lowest I could be at this stage. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, now it's P10. More of the guys behind me are making it to the line. Okay, Croston, P7. 4 drivers left. Gabo Death finishing. 3 more to go. Spa, G-Man, PT Lewis. Alright. Looking like P5 is the play. Alright. Yeah, mediums. Alright, we'll risk it. If we can hang on to P5, though, that'll be 41 points. That'll be 3 points gained. So, let's hope we can clear this out. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so, let's go decompress, relax. I'm gonna go hide myself. We're gonna do the intro, then the grid walk. Then we'll get to the race, okay? So, back in a few. Alright everybody, last chance for a good result. Round 1 of Exhibition 2 in the Gran Turismo World Series. Once more at Suzuka. Let's introduce the grid. In pole position is the Desert Dog in the Jaguar F-Type. Alongside them on the front row is Sekiro in the Porsche 911. P3 is Andres in the Rexy Porsche. P4 is Mr. Guada in the Volkswagen Beetle. Yours truly is in the TCR Lexus, with P6 sides in the Mercedes AMG. P7 is Croston in the Ferrari 296, while Spa is in the Porsche 911. P9 is Finox in the McQueen Dodge Viper. PHG Joker is in the Chevy Corvette. 11th is Crumholes in the Porsche 911 with P12 Abayo in the Ferrari 458. P13 is G-Man You're Fast in the Porsche 911 with P14 is IKR01 in the Viper. At the back is Gabodeth in the Porsche alongside GT Lewis in the Supra. Alright. There is your final grid walk of the night. Let me just make some adjustments. Lower the traction control down to 1. I think 1 suits me just fine. Alright. So again, excuse me. First things first, when it comes to this stint, it's all about survival. Mitigating the amount of positions lost, and setting ourselves up for the soft stint later. But here we go. I don't know what everybody else is running, but I think the player base is a lot smarter now to not just blindly go softs at the start unless you're at the very top. Alright, somebody did have a run on me, but they backed out. Uh-oh, Rexy's looking a little wobbly. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Off they go. Spin! Don't take too much curb. That's the problem. Oh! Contact. I'm gonna maintain the inside line. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to damage in this race, we do have regenerating damage, but it takes a lot longer to heal, quote unquote, as opposed to the normal light damage. Alright, so not too bad for a first run. I did gain 1 position, but I still need to survive against these soft runners. There are definitely some soft runners in and amongst the guys behind me. Alright, there was a warning message regarding, I think it was J-Spa. But they are at the back of me, so I am not concerned yet. I may have to deal with some of these guys later on in the race once I do my stop, and I have to go up against some of these guys again. but we are approaching 3 hours of stream time, so I appreciate everybody who's stuck around through thick and thin. I'm starting to get a bit of a streak of at least one new follower every race, or sorry, every stream. So hopefully this continues. Thanks guys so much for everybody's support. Let's see if I can repay your kindness with a good result here. Alright, I got a little bit more breathing room on the guys behind, and it's now 2.7 to the cars behind. Maintaining a decent 1.3 gap to the cars ahead. But again, I am thinking about the soft stint later. I will get quicker. I don't know if Sekiro ahead is also on mediums, but I'm keeping pace with him. Also, I think I'm the only Lexus in this race, right? Alright, they're starting to pull away a bit. Alright, I got a little too aggressive there, but looks like it's getting a lot chippier at the back. It's now 3.5 to the guys behind. Light lift for 130R on the mediums. I can do this flat out on softs, no problem. And I'll definitely do that once I get those tires on. Alright, 3.2 to the car behind. We're in good shape. Target is end of lap 10 when we go in. Maybe lap 11 if we want to possibly try to overcut. But lap 10 is going to be the goal lap. Desert Dog is definitely on softs, so that's why they pulled away. Croston is catching me. It's possible that he's a soft runner, so don't be too fussed if we end up having to defend him. Oh shoot. I got my lines wrong. That's a mistake. 2.5. 1.7 to car behind. Excuse me. I can see him. See him in the distance. Oh shoot, leader is gone. Uh-oh. I'm at the podium. What happened here? Damn. I'm always a little bit skeptical when it comes to those curbs on Degner 2. Ugh, they're always a bit of a worry of mine with my driving style. Alright, 1.2 to the car behind. Once again, I'm seeing this as a bit of tire advantage. Because this sector alone, they caught up like almost half a second. I mean, I'm gonna do my thing, but your job to overtake me cleanly. Bbid is gone. One of the guys behind us. We have 3 DNFs. I'm thinking about the long game. I'm just gonna let him pass. No point fighting the battle when there's a clear difference in tires. Plus, he could always overdo it. Just see what happens to Desert Dog. Right at the top, he was able to pull away, but then he binned it on his own. Yeah, because now that he's in clean air, he pulled out like 1.5 seconds. Yeah, he's definitely a soft runner. I'm still 5 seconds to the car behind, so this is good so far. Even though the first race did end in a P4, I'm treating this as like my best result so far. Because there's a step up in competition. Alright, I want to see how these two fare. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. The guy behind, Joker, we're maintaining a decent gap, 5 seconds, roughly. Because I gotta think about what everybody has right now. Right? I know for a fact that Croston is on softs. I'm not entirely sure about the guys ahead. The two people ahead of him. Because I've been able to keep relatively close. 6 seconds away. But I'm getting some decent times. I'm getting low 205s. Current best time is a 204, which is great. If I can get a few more 204s, that'd be good. Because for mediums, those are competitive lap times. Alright, we're on pace for another 204, so that's good. Now, I'm starting to think about pitting. We're not in our pit window just yet, but I'm thinking about whether or not to go at lap 10 or maybe go one more, maybe go 11 or 12. You know, if I start pulling away from the guys behind and they stay out, maybe I could... Maybe I can get some more pace on them. 204.5, not bad for medium runs. But the guy behind is actually pulling back. Alright, turn the brain off, just drive. Starting to get some consistency here. I know I've been super quiet this race, but I've been a lot more concentrated this run compared to the other two. So you'll have to forgive me. But it's proved dividend. It's given us dividends so far. Like, We've had a pretty quiet race apart from the opening lap where we had somebody spin. Okay, 7.6. Ah, Joker was on mediums. So that's going to be of interest here. Alright, I got to get a move on, and maybe I could extend this stint by another lap or so. Alright, 4/10 worse, but it's okay. Come on. I think I'm gonna do one more lap on this stint. Yeah, one more lap and then I'll go softs. Alright. Yeah, 9.2 roughly. Yeah, alright. So I'm boxing this lap, okay? So, in lap critical. Get some extra advantage from the guys behind. If I can. Also letting it rev out in second gear. I'm getting some extra fuel out of the car as a result. But it's not something you want to do too often. It's not healthy for the car. Oh, that is not a good entry to the hairpin. Alright, we have one less driver behind us, so less traffic to worry about once we go into the box. Yellow flag out and about, I don't know why. There it is, it's Chilean, Mr. Guada. I think he was leading for most of the race. I can't really speak for what's going on behind, but it's been pretty clean-ish. Oh, Croston! That's the Ferrari. Shoot. What do I do? Do I stay out? I stay out. Yeah, stay out. Box this lap. Oh, Croston was on mediums. Alright, yeah, we're definitely boxing now. We gotta cover these off. But now he's got people around him that he's got to try to overtake. IKR is our immediate competition, so we're pulling a decent gap, still 7.7. They've caught up just ever so slightly because I've had to take some evasive action earlier. Uh-oh. Again. Don't stress it, don't stress it. Oh, I had to lift off a lot harder. Alright, I'm gonna box now. Alright. Shoot. That mistake might have cost me a podium. Like an easy podium, but we still got our soft stint to go. A lot can still happen. Alright, now we have to try to overtake. Alright, had to work out the kinks with the softs, but now they should be warmed up. Now I can take proper lines. And I need to do so in a hurry. Gonna get one position back. Make that 2. P6. Don't get too aggressive. Gotta keep it on my radar now. Alright, 203.0. Alright, keeping pace. Having a good race with them. Gotta keep it going. No! The traction control killed me. Why does this keep happening to me? Ah. Ah, that really sucks. Alright. Still got 5 laps to go, though, so... Let's make a charge. Alright, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna put traction control back on. Just to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, let's see here. 2.3 to the car ahead. It's so weird. When I'm on the mediums, I have so much pace, but I'm struggling to keep up with everybody once I'm on the softs. Why is that? I should probably take whatever they call that curve now. It used to be called Dunlop curve, but it's probably by a different name now. Yeah, these physics are something I'm gonna have to get really into grips with, because like prime tire running has been a challenge, but when I'm on mediums, I'm much more competitive. Makes me wonder if I just should have done the entire race. Oh, I don't know if that was a case of like clipping or whatnot, but I don't know what happened there. I really did give up all my my good karma in the last races. Damn. Could I at least get P8? But I got front damage, and it's gonna cause me some problems on straight line speed. Alright, damage is cleared, so let's see what we can do. 206. I really have like no grip left on these things. All right. There really is like no margin for error if you ever touch the grass, so wow. Like if you can very much drive conservatively, keep it on the black stuff, you'll have pace. But if you're trying to maximize your lap time and try to touch curbs, then you're just gonna have a bad time. Now, this is only the first round that I'm seeing all this stuff on. Montreal is going to be the next race on next Saturday, so curious to see how that race is going to go. Yeah, but this run is just unlucky. Very much unlucky. So let's just bring it home. Alright, we should be safe. Alright, winner has checkered. Let's bring the car home. Alright. Really makes me wonder what could have been, you know? Alright, it's P9. Three more drivers left to go, and then that'll be it. Okay, but as we wait for these guys to finish, let me just see who's available for a raid. Who's live right now? I'm gonna send you guys over to... I'm gonna send you guys over to Geeky Panda. So they're playing they're playing War Dogs right now. They're a good friend of ours. They play they're over on the small streamers community. And I'll show them some love. Let me just see what they're up to over in War Dogs, okay? So tomorrow's going to be a bit of a wild card. I don't know exactly what the best play is, because I did have a scheduled Le Mans Ultimate race tomorrow night, but because of the issues with servers over there, we kind of postponed it. So I don't know if I'll be doing LMU. I might be doing something else, but yeah, we'll see how things go. All right. But whatever I'll do it tomorrow night. Tails, thank you for the thank you for the follow. Thank you for everybody else for chatting. You know, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Take care.